Hello everybody, this is Besker back again with another episode of Rimworld. In the last episode we got some turrets up and going. We had a battery fail on us. It's back up and going and starting to get charged. Once it's charged we're going to turn it off again. We had a prisoner, we had a raid, which ended up with a prisoner. It was a very small raid, only 2 people, so not that big of a deal. And we got rid of the prisoner, we let him go. He was just eating our food and not really giving us any benefits, so... And we had a trader come through. We managed to get just a little bit of medicine, not nearly enough. But we met our main goal, which was to finish out this wall down here. Now we are working on this wall up here, and this is my goal for this episode, is to finish off at least this portion of the wall, perhaps part of this too. In the end, we'll want to get turrets up and going too. But I think we're going to have to do some mining before we can get to that. We only have 24 components, and each of our turrets take 3, so good chance we're going to need a few more of those. And the good news is we can actually mine these out from inside. We are not going to have to step outside of our walls. I am going to go ahead and tell it to mine this out. Let me see here, who are my miners? Doug is a miner. He's also been constructing, but he will mine first at the moment, so I think I am just going to go ahead and tell him he can construct too. I don't really care which one he does. He can hunt, research, we're not got any research going on, and he's not cooking. He can hunt, so Rambler should actually be the one that ends up mining, I think. And I think for now I'm just going to switch him to a 2. Oops, I'm going to go ahead and switch him back to a 2. And since we're not doing anything else, I'm going to tell Rambler that he should go do some mining. We're not going to do mining like constantly anyways, so not that big of a deal. And you can see he's down there doing his mining. There you are, noble Rambler. Work. And what do we got going here? Okay, we got our embracer up and going. Let's take a look at this, because I really haven't used them a whole lot. Now I think if I put one over here, it'll get one here, and like one going out this way, so it's kind of cool too. But what's their hit points? 540 and 540, so they're both the same. That's good. I was afraid they might have a weaker limit there. We really need to get like a actual ship trader in. We really need that in order for us to get our better items. And as you can see, we've got some trees that have grown back. That's not good. Chop, 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 chop. And I probably ought to think about putting in wood floors to prevent that from happening anymore. I say wood mostly because it's most abundant. It may not be the most logical thing to put outside, but let's do this, this, and we'll do one here, and then I might go ahead and put in a solar panel here. Solar panels. And let's see, do I want to go ahead and do that? I might. We do have the steel. Yeah, we'll do that. We really need to get some floors put in over here too. Yeah, I hate to do that because we're constructing over here. This makes some sense because the trees are growing. Is this rich soil up here? It is rich soil. So I should really think about maybe building this in with a wall at some point, and then putting our gardens in there. Could be a good idea. And there's some rich soil on here. It's not as much as I originally thought there was. Okay, why are they not... all in potatoes. Oh, looky there, we're getting our medicine in. Now see, this is the part that I don't like, though. It has such a low yield. I don't know if you get one per, or if it's just a matter of how Roughchild there is cutting it. I see, I think it's just one per. Because you can grow at level 9 and cut, which I do believe is same as 3. I don't know, it may not. There may not be any way to get beyond a level 3 on growing. That's okay. We're gonna have some medicine, additional medicine anyways. 28. 4. Now, it is worth noting that yes, this will spoil if it's left in uncooled temperatures. So, while the medicine will not, herbal medicine will. And we're getting closer and closer to having this wall over here done. That's awesome. Really need this one done more so than this one, though. What's he doing? Cutting a poplar tree, hauling limestone. Not sure if I can tell him if that'll change his mind or not. This kind of sucks that they're walking over the water like this. It slows them way down. The only way I can really take care of that would be to close it off so that they can't. I might have to think about doing that. It's not such a big deal right now, but it would be if we had to worry about people coming in. Now, if I cut out this right here, it might make this more attractive for them to walk down this way. Attackers is what I'm worried about, is getting our people up here fast enough. They get stalled out over here, there's nowhere for them to run. I'm gonna try doing something along those lines. Maybe that'll make that a little more attractive to walk through. I don't know if it will, but it might. Let's see. Now I can't put the actual hospital beds up here, but I could move our hospital beds up here. The ones that we have. I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Put one there. And one there. And whoops. Let's see, what's our power situation like up here? I'm not sure. A lamp will get power from there. That's not good though. We don't want them to get power from there. Let's try that and see if we can't put the lamp like right here or here and feed it off of this one. If not, we may have to like cut this out and put an actual wall in and run the power this way. Now, the downside to doing up in here too is that we could have our hospital set up here, and then all of a sudden we get an infestation. That would be really, really bad. Okay, we got that part of the wall done. We've got just a little bit more to do down here. And they are mining this out. That's good. And the dog is sort of went down this way, but I don't know. I think we're going to wait and see what happens here. There's a calculation that it'll do. It'll, say, okay, between here, point A and point B, what's the area that we can walk in the quickest amount of time. It'll take the total of all the cells and what their walk speed is, and then come up with the fastest way to get from A to B. If you're interested in that kind of thing and knowing how that kind of stuff works, I'd recommend checking out Quill18's creative page. He has a tutorial he's doing right now where they're building a game similar to Rimworld in Unity, and he goes over pathfinding quite a bit in that video, or in that series rather. And let's see, that is not fully charged yet. It's getting there. And let's go turn this up. I forgot I turned it down earlier. Didn't do that on purpose. And we do have that going now, so let's take a look here. Can we put the lamp? Yes. We can. Yes, we can. Okay, we'll put it right there. And we won't turn it off until we're needing it, but temperature-wise, everything looks like it's doing really, really good. We're getting in the wood floors over here. That's nice. Really want to get him in over here, and actually, I really probably need to smooth this. But I still want to kind of wait on this to get finished. I mean, we only have 3 blocks. And let's see, what do we got here? Building the... yeah, only 26 work left. That's to build a cowboy hat. Good. That'll look good on Doug. The cowboy hat has been made. Good. Doug here, once he wakes up, hopefully we'll go and get this cowboy hat. Let's say, he said that he was wearing tattered clothing. What's he got that's bad? Oh, his pants. His pants are no good. We're not building any pants. Let's make some pants. What's our child's skill level here on this stuff? Probably easier, just check here. Crafting is a 5. Don't think it's crafting though. Maybe it is. Tailoring is what it is, but apparently there's no separate skill level? Apparently not. It's okay. And Doug does indeed have his cowboy hat on. But Doug's taking some too, so that should be everything. Yes? Yes. Wall is in, so that's good. Now, the fun part. And I don't know whether to put in the turrets first or last. Kind of thinking last. Turrets will make us a more appetizing target. And quite honestly, we don't need to be more appetizing. Hey, look at that. We actually have enough to build that. Won't have enough to do all the rest, but... I think I'm gonna come up one more. No, not there. I would want to do that maybe down here. I'd want to put that there and cancel maybe this one. Put a turret here. Put a turret here. This one would go just fine. And we do like a turret there. Yes. Oh, we want to put some doors in here too. I'm really thinking about that. So before I unpause it, I'll take that into account. And I think we'll do one more here. So we'll have a turret here, a turret here. No, no turret here. We won't have a turret here. In fact, I think I can just do this. I guess it doesn't really save us anything, does it? Nah, it doesn't. Oh. I'll put it like that, and then if I decide I want a turret there, I can. And... so they'll come in, hopefully, this way. Come up into here. Come down into here, come through here, come through up here, come through here, and meet their match down here. That would be my hope. It could be worthwhile putting another wall in here just to make this opening a little more enticing. I'm not sure if it's needed or not. Might be just easy to just take out a couple of these and make it a little more enticing for them. But what we do need to do is put in a door, and we should have had a door here too. I want to put them about midway through. And just in case I didn't explain that, or it wasn't clear the last time, what I'll do is our people should go through these doors to get out. So no big deal, they're just in and out. And then everybody else will go through the maze. At least that's the plan. Now, I don't think I'll get this done this episode, but it's a nice goal to have anyways. Probably be the last episode in this recording session, strictly because my throat feels like it is about ready to give out on me. And I wouldn't mind doing some more recording of Banished or something later in the day, so. This has been a pretty productive episode, though. Walls are getting built. Power's full back up. We got some floors going in to keep our windmills free. We got another solar panel up and going, so that's helping out with our power even more. We moved our hospital beds, to which we did not set as medical. Make sure and do that, guys. If you move your beds around, you'll need to reset them to medical or prisoner, or whatever the case may be. And I do believe this is turned off now, so we will check. These are all at 100, or 1,000, whatever. They're all at 1,000, so we will check them at some point again in the future. And we are still making up our walls here. This is going pretty good. We're producing limestone a little bit better now. We need some more. There's a couple limestone chunks. Couple limestone chunks down here. We could tell them to go gather those. I'd rather tell them to go gather them from where I want them to, otherwise they might just go venture off into their own little land and get them. Here's some more up here that we can get at some point. It might even be worthwhile to make this a bigger area, but we'll leave it be for now. How are we fixed on meat? Do we have a lot of meat? We are out of meat. We need to start hunting meat. What we got? Got a lot of squirrels. I like to try to hunt the same thing over and over again if I can, just for the fact that I get more of the same leather. Now you could argue the fact that that's not good because you run out of that particular animal and they may not respawn, and you end up with no squirrels on the map or no rabbits on the map. So, and that can happen. I don't know if they'll ever respawn or not, or if it's just been unlucky in those times that I've wiped them out. I'm not sure. Starts raining again. We might try to see if we can't get some of these boomalopes, and there's some boomalopes down here. See if we can't get those things going, but don't want to do that if it's not raining out. We'll almost definitely not survive. Okay, so this wall's almost done, so I'm thinking, I'm not doing this just yet, but I'm thinking. So I'm thinking like one here, 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 here. Here may or may not be a great idea. Or it might be, and I might just not put in the walls up here at the top, because if I put it in here, then you can only hit them if they're coming into this rain here. So yeah, I probably just won't put this in. I'll probably put one here, 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 and here. And probably not put in the tall walls in between either of them. mic there. Hopefully I didn't do that too loudly. And if I did, hopefully I've caught it. If not, I apologize. What we could do, let's go ahead and start running some of the power. And I'll probably run it like this. Put like, say, a power thing right there, a power switch. Is that where I want to put it? The downside to putting the power switch right here is that our people have to walk a long ways to get to that power switch and turn it on for over here. So if I ran it like here, say like down in here maybe? Down in here? I guess for now we'll just put it there. I don't know if that's an ideal place to have it, but I think for now it'll work out okay. And then what we'll do is we'll run this down like this. This. And I'm gonna run this like this, and up through here like this. And we'll come off to, oh, maybe like right in there. I think that if I run it like this, I think that that'll be enough room for one to get in here, maybe even here. So one thing you don't want is them shooting at each other. So I'd have one here, here, no, yes, no, here, here, or here, here, not sure. Here for sure. You want to be able to get them as they're coming up. Here would be one. Technically we would want one up here. But that would mean I need to cut down this wall and bring it up and over, which is okay. That's not a big deal. What we got from the cargo pods? We got snow hair leather. So I guess rabbit leather. We'll take it. And we got a little bit of meat. Need a lot more meat. We got a bunch of rabbits. Let's, you know, I'm not sure that we're at the point where we would want to do this or not, but we could actually, you know, like domesticate the rabbits and start breeding the rabbits and then kill the rabbits. I'm not sure that's the best case scenario at the moment, though. So I kind of think I'm going to deconstruct the wall here. And I'm just going to come up and just put in, you know, maybe I'll even put in an embracer right here. Maybe one, yeah, put one in here, and then he can shoot at stuff here and it'll be protected too. That could be a fine idea. Put in the embracer right there, and I think, oops, I had to do that at the both of them, but that's okay. Put the embracer in. Yeah, it doesn't do any good to put embracers in right here, I guess. And there's all of our doors though, so our people should be walking out through those now. I haven't been paying enough attention to know. Everybody's sleeping, we'll speed it up. And there could be comments already that have talked about the lights in the room, but I'm recording this episode right after that last episode, so I won't know about those comments just yet. But as near as I can tell, it's been a couple of in-game days, and as near as I can tell, I don't see where the lights are actually doing anybody any good for anything. Like I said, doesn't mean that's not the case, but I'm just not seeing where it is the case, which makes me think I could turn these lights off, and I'm probably not going to see any more or less effect on their mood from having those lights in there. Now I know it does when they're working, so like if they were sitting down here crafting and there was no lights, then definitely will get a mood effect from that. But the mood effect is sat in darkness. Once they get past that darkness rating, I don't think that they have anything else any longer. Could be wrong. We did get all of our flooring put in, that's good. I'd rather get this done, I think, before I start putting in cleaning out the floor and smoothing it off. Don't have any colonists that are doing nothing at the moment. Actually, looking at this, I think I should... Hey, we got merchants, and it's a pirate merchant. That's excellent. I kind of think that I might be able to come over to just right here with the power. Maybe even right there. And right like this. And then I think that might still capture all these. We'll see. It's just less of a chance of the power lines all blowing up if that's done that way. Okay, so pirate merchant. Our social butterfly is who again? I want to say it was Roughchild. Yes, Roughchild. Contact the pirates. See if we can't make a deal. Kind of wish I had my slave back now. That'd been good. Oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to afford a slave. Their medicine's extremely expensive. How much would that cost us? 230? Yeah, that's a lot. We do have some silver that we could mine and probably get up to about this. That's 2, 3. That'd get us darn close, but I don't really want to sell all of our components. No, let's take a look and see what we got here, see if it's even worthwhile. Bed back. Not too bad of that. Let's see, no health issues in this one. It's not incapable of any dumb labor. Oh no, they are. They're incapable of dumb labor. And they're a brawler and lazy. We definitely wouldn't want them. Incapable of caring. Yeah, that's probably not somebody we would want. They're gay. I'm okay with gay. They could be gay. They're beautiful. A beautiful gay. Good for them. But they're also psychically sensitive. That's a heck of a combination they've got there. I don't think I'd want them either. The only one I'd even be remotely interested in is the surgeon guy. And with a bad back and presumably aging, 55 years old, I don't know that he's worth almost 1,400 silver. I don't think they are. Well, that kind of bites. I don't really have anything else to sell at the moment either. We really need to do something about that. But at the moment I'm focusing on things that I need to build rather than stuff I would like to build. Eventually we'll focus on what I'd like to build, and we'll get some like statue carvers and things of that nature in here so that we can sell off statues and such. They'll bring a pretty good price. And let's see, what do we got? Haven't finished this one yet. I'll haul that limestone chunk there. If we are definitely out of limestone again. We got a ton of limestone now, so this really shouldn't be that big of a deal. They're just working on the power, I think, is the main deal. Ooh, and we are almost out of steel. We're going to have to do something about that. Let's see, we got a bunch of it right there. It's probably the best place to get it. Yeah, I think so. It's a mod I don't have anymore that I wouldn't mind having any either, is a mod that'll say mine out this vein, and it'll just, wherever you click it, it'll just take everything from that vein and mine it. They still have to mine it all, but I do believe we are coming up on the half-hour mark, so we'll let this day finish off, and then we're going to probably call it an episode. This looks a little funny with the stockpile overshadowing it, but that's okay. I think I can actually turn that off somewhere so that you don't see the stockpile, but I don't remember where. And I'm not sure that I'd want to turn it off. Alright, guys. I do believe we are going to call this an episode right here. Got a lot done. Solar panel, flooring in here. We got our batteries fixed and up and going. Got all this wall finished out. I mean, when this is virtually done, we got an embracer that's going to go in here, and power. Once the power is in, we'll start building out some of the walls here, and then we will put in our turrets at different locations here. And we finally started collecting some herbal medicine, which is really nice. It's not the best thing in the world. It's 75% effective, but it's much better than having nothing, no medicine at all. The downside is we still need a lot more medicine to make actual medical beds. So that's something to consider. Next episode, we're going to smooth out the floor in here, I think, assuming we can get done with all this over here. And I need to watch and see if the people are following this line here now that we've cut it out, or if they're still walking clean across the lake. I haven't noticed, haven't paid attention, but that's something I'm going to pay attention to later. And yeah, I think that's going to do it, guys. So like, comment, subscribe. Catch you back again next time.